Hello, everyone, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. I know I didn't have anything for Friday. Kind of my bad. Oh, I didn't think that would actually save that. Let's just get rid of that. I was just testing this thing out earlier. Because it's been a little while since I recorded. Since this is just the beginning, let's explain what it is. So I had Metroid Fusion recorded. And initially I was going to split the last episode into two parts, and then I realized, that's kind of dumb. Just splitting the to finding two or more items, and then going to the end of the game for the last episode. I just figured let's just do it, just the whole thing, and then I'll just have the break for that. And I was going to record on the Monday following that, and I wasn't able. I didn't wake up early enough. I had stuff to do, so I couldn't really record at the time. And then I tried to record the next week, and that was the big one that kind of messed me. Was because I found out like the day before my weekend off that I was going to be having a guest over, and we were going to be babysitting for him for the day. And I was like, alright, well, that's fine, I guess. So, we did that. I just woke up, man, literally. In game and in life. But, we had a guest over, and he really threw me off, just in general. I must be thinking of something else. I thought I've sworn that pond was a bit bigger. I wonder if he's just a lot older and he just fell and broke his hip and that's why he's here. Or when he got down here, he got ambushed and they messed him up. My god, it actually is so weird being able to actually hear everything now. Oh, okay. I'm actually playing on the SNES Classic for this. But yeah, his presence really threw me off really badly because of certain habits he had that aren't exactly sanitary. And then, coincidentally enough, when I was going to record on Monday after that, I wound up, I don't even need the heart, I wound up feeling very unwell for that day, so I didn't want to record while feeling miserable from like a headache and just fever. Now I'm just taking hits. I was kind of hoping that might do him in one shot. Come on. Give me a sec. Sorry about that. But, so I didn't have anything recorded for that, so. But now that we're here, that we've got this, we could talk about why this game. Hey Pepper, what are you doing? What are you sniffing about for? You wanna play? Wanna play with my foot? But, A Link to the Past. So, this is actually the first Zelda game I've ever played in my life. And I haven't played it in a very long time, but it is Zelda's 25th anniversary, so I figured why not. Now, oh, alright. I don't think there's actually anything back here, is there? Up until later. It's been a very long time. I think it's been since at least middle school since I played this. At the very least, before A Link Between Worlds came out, which is also a good game. But you know, if I had to, real quick, I know a lot of people like consider this to be one of the greatest Zelda games. They're like second only to maybe Ocarina of Time and maybe a few others. But like for me personally, I consider it the best of the 2D Zelda games, just because it does everything for the most part right compared to other games that I feel. Actually, I know Zelda's that way. Well, I'm gonna go this way. But as for being the best Zelda game, I'm not sure because I don't know how I would rank it against the other 3D Zelda games that are or against the 3D Zelda games, and I don't even know which of the 3D Zelda games is my favorite. So it's one of those things where it's like I can rank it against the 2D games definitely, but this one against the 3D games, that's a lot more difficult for me to do. Huh, this guy is pretty, I guess savvy's the word, or at least pretty observant. By the way, if you play this, don't attack that. You're just gonna hurt yourself. Although it looks kind of cool. I always thought it was like a pterodactyl as a kid, but I guess it's kind of more of either a big lightning clash just in the center, or like a specter of some sort, because it looks like it has eyes. Hopefully that's not a seizure warning. I don't think it should be. But yeah, when I played this game initially, I played it on the Game Boy Advance, and I actually kinda would have liked to have played it on there too, and shown off the stuff there, but I kinda don't have access to any of the stuff that would do that. For starters, I don't have my GameCube on me, which is unfortunate. I need to try and get back from my brother at some point. And I also don't have anything that can turn audio-visual to HDMI, so I wouldn't be able to do that. But personally, this is probably the better version for the most part. But there are a few things I do prefer about the Game Boy Advance version, like just the little bit more content, even if it is just more remixed dungeons and boss fights in a way. And I also just I like having the shovel. I prefer the item layout to that, especially because like it's no secret you get bottles in this game, and in this game, in this version, they overlay them, which is kind of just not something I like. So, because it just makes you gotta press. I mean, technically speaking, it's the same amount of button presses, really, but I just don't like the overlay. That's a little weird. They also allow you to keep the shovels, and I think they even extend the world so that you can actually find more to do with it. Whereas, in this game, you lose the shovel as soon as you've done what you needed with it. Which is really kind of weird compared to most Zelda games, I think. Like, it's one thing, like, say, for the mushroom and you get the magic powder, but to actually completely lose an item is just a bit odd. But that's whatever. This version of the game is still good, and I do love it. Although I've never actually played it, I've seen it most of the time. I'm actually playing it on my SNES Classic. That was a impulse purchase if I ever bought one, but I'm glad I did. Although I kind of regret that I bought Final Fantasy VI over Chrono Trigger on the. Oh, that was a mistake. I should have. Yep. Okay, now I actually have to fight this guy. Yeah, that's gonna get annoying. Yeah, he takes a lot of hits if you're just going for sword swipes. I really shouldn't be dying in this game. So... Huh, this actually was the first game to have Zelda's Lullaby. Only 5 rupees. That's unfortunate. And I thought Zelda might heal me. That's even more unfortunate. Oh well. We'll just have to deal with the classic game design of really obnoxious beeping. I actually wonder if this is one of the most annoying ones. But then again, Pokemon existed shortly after this. Sorta, semi. And nope, no hearts, just money. Just cold hard cat. What? What was the chain? Okay. Weird. And then something fell. Something else fell. That's really bizarre. This game is stingy on hearts. Anyway. I should remember most about this game because, like, I did play it a lot as a kid. Maybe not as much as Metroid Fusion, but definitely quite a bit. But at the same time, I said that about Metroid Fusion, and I didn't know where shit... Of course I would land on him, just... But, secret passage in the throne room. It's a sanctuary. Thank you, Zelda. But, at the same time, again, I forgot a lot about Metroid Fusion, and the next big issue is also that last time I played this, randomizers didn't exist. And I've watched a lot of those, so... I mean, granted, I'm not gonna be, like, remembering specific items anyway, but, like, there's an off chance I might, maybe, get, like, certain sequences of events out of order. Maybe. Anyway, this is up. The big thing about this one, though, I'm going to be doing is definitely 100%. But I also kind of want to try something a little different with how I tackle certain obstacles, namely bosses. Now, they don't have ropes in the 3D games, do they? I think they ever had them in the 3D games. Of course, I get hit by the last one. Doesn't even drop a heart. Coward. I know that technically, I guess, for 3D models in the... Probably, I think they were in, like, Phantom Hourglass or Spirit Tracks, there were some ropes. I mean, I'd like to see, like, Breath of the Wild 2, I guess, have ropes. That'd be kind of neat. Still looking forward to that coming out. Last time we got any information on it was no actual information at all. But, you know, it's, hey, we'll have something for you in this year, in the next few months. Or so. Which, that's fine, but I do have to admit, sometimes I'm a little worried. Especially since this game is largely just reusing a lot of, oh, hey. That's actually not a bad 20 rupees just from a rat. That's not too bad. But, I can't help but admit I'm a little worried about how that game's going to turn out, since it has been... it's probably going to be 5 years by the time it comes out, and for a game that is just reusing the world and a lot of stuff from the game. I mean, I know they're probably making a whole lot of other stuff for it, but it just still is a little surprising that it's been so long, and we haven't even had any information, really, since 2019 when it was announced. I know that's similar to Breath of the Wild itself, when we didn't have a lot when the game initially came out, but you know, it's still one of those things where it's like, I can't help but wonder. So, there we go. Oh, cool, so I did need to get rid of you anyway. I like this. I really do like this game's soundtrack. Kind of a shame I can't do anything about that yet. I think that's after the first palace. It has to be. Maybe the second one at most. But it's kind of a shame because, granted, I don't think there's really anything special. Just a little top-off goodies, I guess. Or in randomizers, you could get something a lot more impressive. Although at that same token, you probably couldn't. You might have a chance that you couldn't do anything until, oh, very late in the game. Oh, hey, come on. Yep, there we go. Kind of a shame you can't, like, party talk with Zelda. Give me a sec. I'm a little thirsty. Oh, that's better. Sanctuary is just beyond that door. Pull the switch over there. I can't do a woman's voice. I can't at all. It just... I think it's this one that's the right one. Oh, thank God. And if you pull this one, I think it's either a bunch of ropes or a bunch of green bombs that come out. But we made it to Sanctuary. Oh, damn it. Dropped the damn thing. There we go. Oh, man. You know, it's kind of funny. I'm probably going to get flack for this, but in terms of the two Zelda games, like, I kind of prefer, like, not just, you know, oh, there's only two Zelda games, but, like, between this one and Ocarina of Time, I actually kind of like this game a little more than Ocarina of Time. Mainly because one of the big issues I have with Ocarina of Time is when I played it, and I'm sure, like, had I played it when it initially came out, and maybe not around 2009, oh, excuse me, I would have probably enjoyed it a lot more. Actually, no, I'm gonna cut this off for a second here, and in the next episode, I'm gonna pick that back up where I left off, so y'all can crucify me next episode. I'll see you